So this is my 15 Ram 1500. I've had it for a year and it's been a great truck. It has the 5.7 Hemi. It's the ST Tradesman version, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been a great truck, but the interior could use some help. So I've had this truck for a year, no issues. It's been solid, always kept up with the maintenance and everything. But like I said, I want to kind of pizzazz the interior. So I went to I don't know if it was a salvage yard or a body shop or whatever it was, saw it on the Facebook marketplace, and I'll post a picture, and they had this truck that was just wrecked really bad. I asked the guy how much he wanted for seats, because what really sparked this project was trying to replace this driver's seat, and we'll do a video on a trick on that. And he told me $175 for the whole interior. So yeah, I took as much as I can, what was usable, and what we're gonna do is, that was a 2500 Bighorn with all the bells and whistles. Took what I can, and we're gonna upgrade it, put it in this truck, and make this truck look a lot better. So like I said, in this series, we're gonna be just revamping this whole interior. So the first things first is, on this truck, this is the back seat, which they're pretty nice, but on the nicer versions, they have the fold down armrest, which is pretty nice, with extra cup holders. Now, the little human that I am responsible for, she's sitting in her car seat, but pretty soon she'll be sitting in that seat over there. So it'd be nice for her to have a little cup holder as we take this truck out for, long drives, long trips. So I have a nice armrest, cup holder, and I don't have to worry about her spilling her little juices. Now the seat, I'll probably be doing a separate video on that one, but we are going to be fixing this issue, as it's a normal issue, people getting in and out of the truck. This seat, as you can see, the foam is pretty much disintegrated, got a tear, and yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but we're going to fix this seat on that. The other thing, this upper glove box. Now, if you get the lower end models of these trucks, they don't have the latch and the lid, and those things go for about $200 on eBay. And this whole open thing, I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather have the cover so you could just put stuff in there, kind of conceal it from thieves. And I just think it looks better just having that cover rather than this just open compartment. And the other thing with this truck is the door panels. I mean, they're black, they're standard, no bells and whistles or anything like that. But on the nicer models, they have material over here which looks really good, and it also has a compartment where you can store stuff, which would be pretty nice. So we're going to be upgrading that too, along with adding a trailer brake, which we do have the module, we do have the switch for it, and trying to see if we could get the whole fancy garage door opener, as I use the regular one over here. So we could kind of put that in, make it look more legit, and yeah, just kind of vamp up and jazz this truck. So let's show you what I got for $175 at this place. So as you can see, got a lot of parts, even more over here. So for $170, I took as much as I can. The truck was rolled over and there was a lot of damaged stuff, so we took the most we can. Now I wanted to take the front and driver's seat and kind of integrate them, but one issue with it was that the airbags were blown. Didn't feel like messing with that. And also they were power seats. I'm not a fan of the power seats, in the sense that I've had luck where the seats just kind of die on you and then you're stuck in the seat position. So I'd rather stick with the manual seat, but I did get something to kind of address that. I was able to score the gauge cluster out of it. I have bought one previously on eBay for a good deal. So now I do have an extra gauge cluster, and that these sell for about $300 to $400. So just selling this alone is going to make my money back. But the other thing I did grab up was the 8.4 inch radio. These also sell for a pretty penny, so we're gonna pop that in there and see if I like that better than my Alpine. My Alpine has been awesome, but that look might be a little better, so we'll see. Now, I did take the door panels, and that's going to be a nice little upgrade. As you can see, we have the material up here. We have the compartments, and these are like really dirty. We're going to have to give these things a good cleaning. But we do have the compartment for extra storage, and then on the bottom, it came with the insert for the cup holder. So that's going to be actually pretty nice. So these look a lot better than them. I know they look kind of dirty and grungy, and kind of give you guys an idea of how dirty they are. Yeah, we'll have to clean these pretty up, but that's actually going to be a nice little upgrade for it. And the rear seats, this was also included with it, and this is kind of the big thing. Now, it's more nitpick than anything, but I mean, that cup holder feature, that is really nice. And when you're traveling and somebody's sitting there, you want a place to put your arm down, so that's going to work out real good. And what I did get for the front was the jump seat. Now, the jump seat that comes with this one doesn't have the storage underneath the seat, and this one did. So I went ahead, scooped that up. I mean, those things alone are about $200 to $300. So we'll have that little storage to kind of conceal things that you don't want people to see. And extra storage is, nice to have. We took the front, as if you're going to pop that radio in, you're going to need the controls and everything. We do have the switch for the trailer brakes, and it has a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not going to use, so I'll just have to adapt and use whichever ones I do have. But at least I have this part which comes out. Some of it's broken and the color doesn't match, so we'll just pop this piece out, adapt it, see if it works. I did get the speakers. I mean, they're just the factory speakers, which they do sound amazing. It didn't have the Alpine speakers on them, but I mean, an extra set of speakers that sound good, and in case I blow mines, we got this covered. Now, I did get this top piece right over here, and like I said, it does have the provisions for the garage door opener, so we will be hopefully doing that. And another thing too is, if you're going to add these features to it, you do need to have alpha OBD or software to tell the computer, hey, you do have it, so you can unlock it. It comes with the switch for the back window. My truck unfortunately does not have that feature, so I'll probably have to swap this out and kind of make that work, but I think that should work just fine. This module is for the trailer brake. You do need to have this. Unfortunately, I forgot to grab the bracket with it, but I've seen them for about $5 to $10 on eBay, so we'll pick that up. I did pick up these hoses. Now, that truck did come with the 6.2 or 6.4, whatever one it is. But the reason why I did pick this up, even though it doesn't work for my truck, is these clips alone are like expensive. These spring clamps, they're good to have. I like using them versus the whirring clamps. I've never had issues with them, so we did pick that up. My truck was missing the mount, the jack, and all the spare tire stuff, so I did pick that up. We're gonna have to clean this up and make this look a little pretty. This right over here is the tray below. I have this, but mine is broken, so at least this I'll be able to close. Mine just kind of pops open, doesn't close properly, and it gets stuck. And like I said, we do have right under here the upper glove box lid and stuff, so we are going to put that in there, and a seat cushion, which I'll talk about this and a trick to kind of fix the seat cushion cheaply on the truck. So that's pretty much everything I got. Oh, and they did have this in the truck, so I mean, the guys just said everything for $175, and I was not going to turn that down. I think that's everything that I did get for it. Oh, they did have the alternator for it, so this is the 240 amp alternator. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pop this in mine. It is the same. I can use it, but I might see about getting this rebuilt first, just kind of make sure that, you know, everything works good. So not sure if we're going to do that. That might be a separate video in itself. So that's pretty much it. Let's get started on the truck. We'll see how long this video goes and how I break it up, and try to make this truck look a little nicer. So what we're going to be doing today is finding out if this radio works. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I've read a lot on the forums, and everything that I've read is that if you have the 4-speed fan motor, they have to get the adapter and the module, so you could convert it to the 7-speed for that to work as far as your HVAC controls. But mine has the 7-speed, so hopefully all we need to do is just pop all this stuff in, plug in the radio, and if the HVAC controls work, I'll get the anti-theft code, as I don't have it for it. And I think I should be able to get everything working on it. So hopefully nothing got damaged. Like I said, the truck rolled. It's been on the outside for a little bit, a couple of the elements. But I need to take all this off. Like I said, this is kind of broken, at least the outside. But the bones and everything I need is good. So let's take it apart. So the radio does work, but I need to get the anti-theft code. And there's a bunch of websites where you could give the serial number and you can get that, or if you have a dealership that's actually pretty nice, which in my area I don't, they will actually provide you that code. So I'll have to get the code, see if that works. As far as like the climate control, the pin for this board is different, which kind of sucks and kind of defeats the whole purpose of this. I guess I would have to get an adapter. They do sell them. They're like $100, $200. So I'm not sure if I'm going to spend the money in changing to this. I mean, I do like this, and I think it would actually be a nice, cool little just factory upgrade feature, but we will see. But for the most part, at least I know that the radio does work as far as, well, coming on, the screen's not cracked or damaged on that. So I'm going to hold on that project for now, put back the stock Alpine, and switch to something else. I want to take this one out, and like I said, this one it's stuck, and well, now I can't even open it, and it's just not on the track. So maybe the track is broken, or I don't know, but let's take it out. So first we need to pop out this panel on the bottom. This just pops out really easy because I think there's a couple of bolts there. These up here, they're 7mm. And for anyone working on a Ram interior, everything is 7mm pretty much. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's some on the bottom. Well, unfortunately the camera cut off while I was taking that out, but that's fine. So here's a little trick. If you're going to take that piece out, this right over here, if you notice, it's one piece into the wiring harness. And what you're going to have to do is, you see this little tabs right there, you're going to have to push this in. This slides out and the guts just hang out over here. So when this slides out, this allows this to pass through, and that way you don't damage it. So just kind of food for thought. And as I'm taking that out, I'm finding all types of bits and stuff like that. So this thing is definitely, yeah, done for. So before I put everything back together, I'm just going to do a little light spray. This is one of those things that while you're here, wipe everything down. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Actually, I think I didn't even need to take that piece out. I think it's just a matter of sliding this in. All right, a lot better. So now that that's done, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna work on this. I'm actually running limited on time because it's like 100 degrees and I'm sweating, so I don't think we're gonna get to the seat stuff and a few other things today, but I do want to get this thing knocked out over here. So I want to install the garage door opener. This has two tabs that pull down, and I believe this slides out. I've already started, and it's kind of tricky, so let me put the camera down. I need two hands to do it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Wish I had the camera for that. So I pulled this down, and then just everything fell down. So you have these two clips, then there's two more clips over here, which I pried on and I didn't realize it, and then everything came off. Nothing broke, so we're good. So the real thing that we're trying to do is get this module swapped out for the other one that has the garage door opener, and then I gotta swap this piece out right over here, or maybe it's on this one. I'll have to look at the other one, but pretty much I'm gonna have to swap the pieces to make sure that I get it in. I don't have the rear window piece, so I think this piece pops out, and I could pop this one in lieu of the other one. So let's get to the other piece and see if we can make this work. So this is the one out of my truck, and this is the one out of that rolled over truck, and we need these buttons. Well, mine didn't have the cutouts for it, which is kind of weird. So we're gonna have to use this piece, swap this and that, and I think we should be good. Got gloves on because I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, got a lot of shards of glass. So I'm gonna have to clean that up before we do anything and make sure I don't slice my finger open or anything like that. So let's get this clean. The first thing I want to do is get this whole mess out, which that was a lot easier than I thought. So let's pop this piece out, as we're not going to need that. All right, looks good. So we can plug that in. Now, before I put everything back together, I'm actually going to go ahead and install this switch. Now, I won't be installing the module in this video. Just like I said, it's just getting really hot. But while I'm here, we're going to pop this switch in, and then in a later video, when I get the bracket and it's not so hot, we'll be able to do the module. And so we're popped back into place. Got our buttons ready to go. I don't have to worry about using this anymore. So let me put this back together and we'll close out this video. All right, so we're put back together. This works as it should. Got this plugged in. Like I said, this is not hooked up. Primarily, I got to install the module, and I do need to get the adapter. This opens and closes just like it should, and the other one was just trashed on that. So everything's put back together. This works as it should. I've been playing with the Alpha OBD, and like I said, I'll do a dedicated video for that. Got this just hooked up, and we'll mess with that once I get the bracket and get down in there. So I'm gonna end this video right over here. Oh, and yeah, and this works perfect, and we can open and close it, so that's nice. But like I said, I'm gonna end this video over here. It is 100 degrees, but in the next video we're gonna be doing the door panels, changing those out. I'll probably install the upper glove box, and I got some tow mirrors that we're gonna put in that should look a little nicer. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna go with them, so you have to stay tuned for the next video for that. I think they'll be pretty cool. And then I think in part 3 we'll do the seats, so stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get some better weather soon and start doing these videos. Thanks for watching.